Hello everyone, Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street. Finally, we are back with some videos. It's been a while guys, actually 7 days. Been taking a small break from the videos because of loads of workload, and also working in the background for the transition of the channel. To upgrade the logos and everything like this. So hopefully we'll see that in the next few weeks. All going well, but we're back into the swing of it, and what a day to come to it. The big news of Elon Musk taking on Twitter here, absolutely incredible, and I'm quite happy with this because freedom of speech and the whole aspect of being censored most of the time, not me personally, but many out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still need some regulation and to protect the way we are with each other, but in general, this is a game changer because we're now seeing the power of really influential people in the world. Obviously money talks, but we're going to see some significant differences in the way we do things, the way we use things. And for me personally, this is really interesting on the crypto philosophy around blockchain, KYC. This is what it was all about, guys. This I told you for many times now. 2025 crossed the Agenda 30 program. This is all part of the plan to integrate a new entire system where everyone and everything is accountable with one unique identification process, DIDs, KYC, into one system, the digital proof mechanism of yourself. And we will for sure be seeing that. There's no doubt in my mind that this is the beginning. So guys, we're going to talk about IOTA. So like I said, we haven't done some videos for a while now. Last one was MTV. We will go through most of these videos over the next couple of days for sure. We're going to slam through them. But IOTA, I just wanted to pick up on a couple of things before we go into the chart. Something I'm really interested in here. So this is based on the 27th of April, literally a couple of days from now. As always, in Belgium, Brussels, the home of the European Parliament, are crypto assets different? Okay, so ensuring proportionality and technological neutrality in the AML standards of the EU. Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But very, very interesting indeed. So INATBA, very much around the standardization of blockchain, and particularly in finance throughout the world at a top level. It's really cool to see that IOTA are having presence here as part of the advisory board, or indeed the panel. So we have Dominic Schreiner from IOTA being present there, and there's a few other projects that you might have heard of. Obviously Coinbase are on there. Very interesting, the French presidency of the council. So what's interesting about this is we do a lot of videos around BIS, and there's an absolute magnitude of work going on in the background with projects like Helvetia and Jura interlacing financial systems right now, trialing. And we believe, based on the BIS website and all the research that we've done, these trials are going to be very heavy towards the end of this year. And with a goal of 2025, it's all coming together, guys. This is a really exciting time as an investor, as someone that's gearing up. We'll go into price point information in a minute anyway, but I just feel like right now is just such a good opportunity to get yourselves ready for the years to come. And of course, EBA are on there as well. In terms of like actual other crypto projects, there aren't, I don't think, any others. As far as I can see, other than the fact that obviously INATBA, all the directors and everything involved with this are technically blockchain related anyway. So this is going to be really interesting development and conversation for this conference. I don't think it's open. I don't think we can just turn up to this like manually. I'll have to have a hunt around, but at least that it's happening. Central Eastern Time, is that right? CET. So yeah, very, very interesting to see how this kind of conversation progresses in this group initiative. Really excited to see how that comes and what news comes out of that. But aside from that, there's not been like any sort of humongous major updates with IOTA. Other than the aspect of the assembly token continuing with its ability to be essentially farmed, if you like, through the Firefly wallet. So if you haven't seen our video before of how to stake IOTA to get these assembly tokens, do go check that out. I'll leave that at the end of this one. But it's definitely worthwhile. I think it's another like 90 days. I think we're on the 88 days remaining now. So it's been on for a couple of days, 22nd or 23rd. I can't remember exactly when it was that it went on. Probably 22nd, because that's when this post was. But it's just another opportunity. If you didn't get involved in the first round, then it's definitely a second opportunity for this. And particularly with IOTA being at such a good price point, it's definitely worth looking into. But what I'll say about this as well is there's been a recent update of Firefly. So if you've got the Firefly wallet already, if you go to update it, it will take you to the Firefly website to download it again as if it's new. That's a normal thing. But if you haven't got it already, you can indeed download it off the IOTA website under their portfolio of menus to get a hold of that. So like I said, if you don't know how to stake IOTA, go and check out our video at the end of this one. And we did a full instruction on how to do that. Unfortunately, Shimmer isn't available right now as a second phase. Shimmer was the other token in conjunction with Assembly that you're able to stake IOTA and receive both of those. So if you do watch that staking video and you're getting confused because Shimmer's on there as well, ignore that part, but the process is the same. So guys, we're going to wrap that part up and let's jump into the chart. IOTA, awesome, very, very interesting price point right now. I think the whole entire market is really interesting, guys, because it's like matching, not only like a couple months ago, but in most cases a lot of the charts are showing really interesting moves from way back last year in the lower regions before a nice rise up. So I'm not saying the big rise up is coming very soon, but what I'm more interested in with IOTA right now, we've had these great points along the way. If you remember, I think it's around December when IOTA had the staking opportunity available for Firefly and people jumped in. Then it came down for one reason or another. The market in general was reducing itself across the board, but then obviously people taking tokens out, getting bored, blah blah blah. But what's interesting is we've hit again the lower buying regions. Now I've just checked my orders, so this is like the third or fourth time now in such a short space of time that my buy orders have come in at this level. And this isn't something I've drawn today. You can check in the last IOTA video. It was there drawn in saying this is going to be a really critical area. It's going to be an area of testing resistance and support. So right now it's resisting, and we're trying to track back to these levels. Now I'm just going to put in a fib tracement on, if I can find the correct, there we go. I'm just going to put it in a lower region here just so I can give you a bit of a mechanism of what's going on here. I'm just going to put it down to these lower regions. So we're literally floating on this macro level, on this red, keeps coming back up and it keeps bouncing around this area. So it's not quite ready to push us up to higher levels, beyond sort of 75 cents, if you like, or 70 cents. But it's literally repeating back here where we haven't seen the prices before this year since July, and also back here in February when it just shot up and straight down after a short period of time. So it's really, really interesting, guys, because we are testing a really interesting period of history here for IOTA. So it hasn't come back down to these real low, proper low regions that we see back down here. It's way off that, but it is indeed it's trying its best to pull itself down further. But there's clearly a lot of interest in IOTA, a lot of big investment in there that people just don't want it to drop below 60 cents. And even back here, look at this, back in February 24th, exactly the same pinpoints. So as I've drawn this macro level, and you can clearly see, just taking it from the low region that we've had today or whereabouts it's closing, or this certainly the most recent lower times, we had a touchdown back here as well on the 21st. But this particular macro, if you like, could argue that it's around about a 14-day fib retracement chart that I've just drawn in here. It's showing it's clear as day, clear as day. 64-65 cents is where it wants to try and keep itself. It's tried 3 occasions to pull itself down, and it's just reacted immediately pretty much to put itself back up here. So it's really fascinating. So I do recommend as an opinion aspect that if you're looking to get into IOTA, of course these areas are great anyway. I do have DCA buy options here as well, but if you're looking to save like 4 or 5 cents, it is sometimes worth just pinging down at these lower regions sometimes to see if you can pick up some pieces. Will we have another one? That is definitely a possibility, of course, but for now, we've just got to manage that piece in the sense that where it is, we just got to, not like a risk assessment as such, but we just got, bear in mind that we're in a volatile market right now. So you just got to prepare yourselves as many variable areas as you can without getting too silly. So that's kind of where I've been so many times. Like I said, I drew this line in. I've had buy orders just above the 60 cents, it's around 61.5 or something. Not quite as low as it actually went, admittedly, but it hit the lower regions, and I was really pleased with that because I think IOTA is a phenomenal project. You know that from the videos we've done in the past, and this is a critical area. But this area as well, as I said, is really interesting also because it's just defying the rule at the moment of trying to put itself back down. It's really fascinating to watch it. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to data and stuff like this. Let us know what you think about this in the comments below, because I think it's a really interesting time for the whole market in general, but particularly for IOTA as well. We've got some big things coming for IOTA in the years to come for sure. This is an absolute powerhouse. This Tangle blockchain is unbelievable power in the making. You see here as well, the selling aspect is kind of almost finished, so we're potentially in a position now to try and reflect ourselves back up. It's almost like we've had some good testing now, at least 2 or 3 times significantly down at these areas. It's failed it, and now it's like almost we need to start building the momentum and pulling ourselves back up here and staying up here. Again, you see the resistance back up here around 68-69 cents. It doesn't want to go there either. So we're literally in this limbo point, guys. It's like a beauty spot, if you like, of just hanging around there, allowing people to try and accumulate as and when they can. But one clear point as well, before we just go into the indicators on the right hand side, is this bit here. Look at that. It switched over on the 23rd of April, but it's gone nowhere. It has gone nowhere. It's literally no idea right now. If anyone out there is saying, it's going to do this or that, they are mistaken. They don't know what they're talking about. Literally, you cannot tell right now with what's going on. So really exciting to watch that. All you can do is be sensible, do your dollar cost averaging opportunities, and just be aware. Before we wrap up, guys, the indicators on the right hand side, 2% down the week, or near enough 3% to be honest. Pretty good. Obviously, we'd like to see that in a bit of green, but these numbers, these 3 months and these 6 months, have literally been reducing quite well. Since the last video, I need to double check, but this looks like a really good improvement. We're on the verge very soon, probably, hopefully, in the next month, to see these go into a bit of green potentially. So again, let us know what you're doing. You're buying, you're selling, you're being cautious like I am, just being sensible with purchases. Really interesting to know. We will cover IOTA probably in a few more days, because I'd like to review what was happening on that conference in the 27th. So we will need to revert back to IOTA at the weekend. But I was going to wrap that there because I've got lots of videos to get through in this next hour. Until the next one, thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon. Bye bye.